Hello there everybody, my name is Masterofroflness, so welcome to another game of Planetary.Annihilation.Gamma. Today we have a 6-player free-for-all for you guys today on the Adolf Stalin system, a system which I created, which is supposed to represent the evil of Adolf and Stalin combined into one mega super solar system. So over here we have Adolf Stalin's body, and then we have his two testicles. This one right over here, and this one. I guess I named the testicles Frog's body and Veron, but... I would have picked actually something a little bit more smarter, like maybe, I don't know, something clever. Something clever for a name. You know, clever names are always really fun to make when it comes to like naming sexual body parts, but I digress. Anyway, so we're going to start off with the Max Power Plant, Max again. Then we're going to go into a vehicle factory and build some skitters, scout about, see what is around us currently. See maybe if we can find some good little targets to shoot at. Funny because it actually took us a long time to actually set up this game before we were able to get it up and running. Probably due to the fact that, well, Uber servers are still not up to where they should be right now. They have made some good improvements, but still, it is really hard in Planetary Annihilation to actually find a game. In fact, I remember one player in the lobby actually said that it's harder to find a game of Planetary Annihilation than it is to play a game of Planetary Annihilation. And you know what, I have to say there is some truth in that. There is a lot of truth in that, but I guess that depends on like who you are, what sort of planet, well not planet, but server you're playing on, and stuff like that. Anyway, so I found Mr. Teal. You're a mean one, Mr. Teal. I'm gonna kill your fabricators. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go and pull back because I don't want to die to the commander, Mr. Teal. You're an evil hobgoblin who eats live children. We're gonna get a second factory out. Okay, so let's see. This is the fabricator, so let's go ahead and kill some of these fabricators, become like a giant douche that we are. We might actually kill both of them actually if he's not careful. Okay, so let's see. There's white, and white is due. So far, we have two players right next to us. White and Dew. I mean, not White and Dew. Teal and Dew. Fabricator down. Might be able to take out the second one. We're really good. Which we're not really good. Should have been microing a little bit more. But I did do some good harassment right now from what I can tell. Dew has, well, not Dew, but White has a pretty good eco going for him. Whoa, what the hell? I told the commander to build a power plant. It's not the factory itself. I'm not sure what the commander was actually doing. I must have hit something, but I think now I'm actually several seconds behind on my eco, which is really bad. Okay, skitters are getting destroyed left, right, and center. Purple's right over there. So let's just scout around his base. I just want to see what he's up to. Oh, it's a shame that the commander actually stopped producing power plants. Damn it, we're behind in power plants. That's something I didn't want. I really didn't want to be behind in power plants. This could hurt me in the butt. And I don't want to get hurt in the butt. Getting hurt in the butt is really bad. Anyway, let's build more vehicle factories and get our metal production underway. How are we doing so far? Ah, there's a red. Okay, so I guess I know roughly where everybody is. I just don't know where brown is. Brown could be around this area. There's a white again. And there's white again. Okay, so white might be the only guy with spy planes right now. Which is really weird. I expect more players to actually get out fireflies. White is probably putting a lot of firefly emphasis on me because I'm right next to him. So he's a good guy checking up on me. However, will he be able to deal with my tier 1 advance? That is the question. Well, not advance, but my tier 1 push. Okay, right over there. We can maybe snipe him out. Yep, we're going to be able to snipe him out. fact, let's pull back my skitter so I can continue scouting. White is moving up to where I am. So let's just go ahead and continue producing stuff. In fact, let's also move up north. Try to build more mexes. Yep, there we go. And let's build even more mexes over there. So, yeah, so right now, currently, I think I'm all set and ready to go when it comes to, like, white actually attacking me. Currently, I'm building a lot of ants. So, you know what? Let's get 3 factories on Infernos. Get 1 on ants. Call it a day. In fact, we might actually just have our fabricators actually rush out production of Infernos. Yeah, that would be a good idea. We'll have 2 fabricators on each factory. So we can try and get out Infernos really, really fast. And then we can push out against white. Oh, what's this? May I kill this fabricator? Thank you, senor. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Alright, good. We're doing really, 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 really good stuff right now. Just killing off white's fabricators. It's a shame because I really want skitters to be a little bit more powerful. But if you make them too powerful, then they stop turning into scout vehicles and transform into, like, roving death robots. And you don't really want them to become roving death robots. Or actually roaming death robots. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Okay, we're going to kill off that fabricator really soon. I've done quite a good job actually expanding. So let's go ahead, get some turrets. Expand down south as well. I think maybe we might be able to push forward. Wow, I've been scouting out white space this entire time, and he's not reacted at all. That's weird. Soon I'm going to reach a critical mass of tier 1 units. I'm going to be able to basically destroy white space. But so far, so good right now. It's weird. Actually, the Inferno icons aren't loading today. That's strange. Yeah, like as you can see right now, there's the ant icon. If I zoom back, these little like rectangle thingies. But then over here, the Infernos just don't have an icon. That's really strange. Must be some sort of buggy glitch or something. I don't know. I wonder what white's building right now. I don't really know currently, but I think we're good to go in terms of units. And I think right now we're gonna switch on over to tier 2 for my vehicle factory, because right now we have a ton of eco. We have so much eco to use. So much. Yep, we're only dropping by like 3.3 energy, so I think we're good to go. Just gather up all these remaining units, and then afterwards we'll give it the 1-2 push. I don't know how successful we're going to be at destroying white, but let's send in some skitters. Small battalion. We'll try to give it a little bit of a test run as to what we're going to expect from white space. It's currently pushing up forces to attack teal. So I think right now all we have to do is open up his butthole, and I think we should be fine. These single laser defense towers are going to do wonders against any attack that white has to bring upon us. And here comes the Stinger. Stinger will be able to see what's going on here at the back of his base. What's going on at white space? Let's see. Is there walls? Is there power plants? Just power plants and a couple fabricators. Okay, so you know what? We can go around and we can try and attack him. Let's go do that. If we just kill off a good portion of the power plants, we should be good as gravy. Yeah, so really focusing on tier 1 is working quite well in my favor. Considering that now I have a stronger eco than I would have if I actually rushed out tier 2. And on top of that, I have a really good army. Like a really, really good army. Not as good as tier 2 by any stretch, but still really good. I think he sees my force. Let's send out the Stingers to try and distract them. We can move in for the kill. Oh boy. Now then, let's get some advanced fabrication vehicles. Try to rush them out. Hello there, Mr. White. How are you today? How are you? Would you like to read the Gospel of Masterofroflness? Yeah, Book of Roffle, chapter 17, verse 42. Thou shalt be burned by infernos for all of space and time. Infernos, even though they're not as good as Vanguards, they're still pretty decent in terms of killing structures. Let's move some of them up north and move the others down south where the commander is, so that we can try to separate them so the commander doesn't take out all of our units with one Uber cannon, because that does stuck and it does tend to happen. Okay, at this point it doesn't even matter how many units we lose, because we've already done quite a bit of damage. Okay, tier 2 fabricators are up and running, so let's go ahead and get some tier 2 structures out. Okay, good as gravy. There we go. There we go. You know what? We can build some double battle laser towers and then go into air factories. Just air factories everywhere. No, actually, you know what? No. Let's get tier 2 fabricators here. I mean, double battle laser towers here and here. And afterwards we'll build a radar, and then after we will get out some air factories. Yep, there we go. There we go. Okay, no more fabrication vehicles. We don't need any tier 1 fabrication vehicles. Now we need to build tier 1 units so that we can try and deal with teal at this point. Because now white is basically expecting us. Teal is not. So should try and devote our time towards attacking teal at this point. In fact, I might actually just pull back my units right now from the white border and focus on teal. In fact, I'm going to do that. Considering that now white's moving up his units to try and deal with me. Well, not moving up his units, moving down his units. That sounds a lot better. Yeah, it does. Okay, let's see. Where's my tier 2 fabricator? There we go. Okay, you. Go right over here. Get all these mexes. There we go. Good as gravy. And you guys can actually go get an advanced radar right over here. Oh, no, not an advanced radar. Get some flat cannons all around my base. Lord knows we need those. And let's also get some levelers, because levelers would be awesome. That's pretty much it. Levelers and vanguards. Okay, white's army has been destroyed. That's good. I think we can actually slowly maybe kill white with a catapult. So we don't have to worry about him quite yet. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Brown, from what I can tell, is not expanded at all, so that's good. Red has expanded quite a bit. This is red's original base. It's right next to purple. Purple and red have not died yet. There's brown's base right now. We have so many infernos. Let's cut back on inferno production. Go into ant production. My God almighty. Okay, let's also rush out these levelers with some fabricators. In fact, a sneaky thing we could do, well, not a sneaky thing, but one thing we could do is get a bot factory and devote the entirety of the bot factory's like production on combat bots, and then afterwards we can have the combat bots rush out all the levelers that we need. Can work. You know what? It will work. We're gonna do it. More air factories for me, and afterwards, let's go ahead and get ourselves more missile turrets. We can also get ourselves another tier 2 factory, because we have the eco to support it. Okie dokie. So, fabrication combat bots go into the little vehicle, advanced vehicle factory, and then afterwards we'll have the rest of our guys go into advanced energy plant production. Yep, sounds very, very good. Alright, so now comes the big battle. We're going to fight off against teal right now. We try and push him. Because right now we have a good amount of levelers. We have about 10. It's a solid number. Not as solid as probably 100,000, but still pretty good. Pretty good for our needs. Have the commander continue producing power plants. Because you can never go wrong with more power plants, actually. And let's push forward. Let's push forward and try to get something going. So we can now go around maybe and then attack him from over here. So we're going to attack him from this area. I wish I could actually show you guys the line at which the units like move in, but alas I can't because I have that turned off. Because otherwise, if I didn't have that turned off, then oh boy, the entirety of this game right now would look completely hideous to you guys. But basically what I'm going to do is attack him from this area over here, where I believe there's a less solid concentration of laser turrets. Oh, no, I'm actually a dirty liar. No, there's actually a massive concentration of laser turrets. But we're going to push it anyway, because we have massive vanguard support. Who killed purple? Was it red or was it brown? Where's purple? Purple was right next to brown. And speaking of brown, we have a huge, massive swarm of brown units. We're actually going to fly over them, see what's there. Yeah, combat medics are doing wonderful things right now. Oh, why have I not been able to see Brown's units? Hold on a sec. Let me just check them out again. If they're a bunch of tier 2, then we shouldn't worry too much about them. No, they're a bunch of tier 1. Okay, so Brown is essentially building tier 1. Okay. Wait, why did I say if there were a bunch of tier 2, we shouldn't worry about them? If anything, we should worry a fuck ton amount of them. A fuck ton amount about them. But I guess I meant to say tier 2. I meant to say tier 2. I'm sorry about that. Oh, wow. I'm not tier 2, tier 1. Oh my god, I did it again. I am really sorry. See, this is what happens when I don't have enough coke. Okay, we killed Teal. That's good. We're gonna group up, try to kill Brown. But anyway, we shouldn't worry if there's a bunch of tier 1 with him. And you know what? There is only a bunch of tier 1 with him, so we're pretty much good in this particular battle that we're about to fight. In fact, Brown doesn't even know I'm here, so that's good. He doesn't even know. In fact, we might actually push forward, try to attack Brown's base right now, since we do have a ton of tier 2. Could work. Let's go send in an expeditionary force of fighters. Go see if maybe it's stupid to even try. Just scout out and see what his defenses are, essentially. And then afterwards we'll send in the horde. Oh, wow. Massive walls. Okay. Stingers. So essentially, he's super turtling. Okay, so you know what? Let's get a nuke out. Because I ain't playing any games anymore. And let's just deal with him. While this whole thing happens, we're going to build up turrets. And we're going to just defend right now against any enemy that we come across. That's it. He has an orbital factory right now, which means he's probably gone ahead and went orbital fully. Which isn't too surprising. Not at all. Try to get out some flat cannons though. Continue building energy plants. We can build some right over here. And we can also build a catapult right over here. Try to kill off white once and for all. Actually, do me a favor. Finish off that flat cannon, then build this flat cannon. Then afterwards, build an advanced recon. So that I can see if red's actually expanding even more so than I assume. Okay, what's next? What's next? Commander, finish off this energy plant, then afterwards go into nuclear weapon production. That's basically it. Yeah, that's pretty much it at this point. We're all good. We're doing awesome. We killed one player. We maimed another. All around good stuff. God, I should feel horrible for maiming another person, but I guess I don't. Why am I building? Oh my god, I'm building a second advanced radar even though I already built one. Oh god, I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. Anyway, so Brown's base is essentially this, this, and this for the most part. What we could do actually is, in order to try and combat this expansion, we can try and send over some units. That could work. Yes, it could, but we don't know how far his reach is. That's the problem. So I think what I'm going to try and do is continue building radars. Try and scout him out. Yeah, definitely to try and scout him out. Because currently, if I'm going by my radar's sort of like range right now, he hasn't expanded that much. But how do I know? Anyway, let's build more vehicle factories. I believe that if we build more vehicle factories, we're going to be in the clear in terms of like army count. So let's just build a fuck ton amount of them. I mean, 4 vehicle factories, 4 tier 1 vehicle factories, definitely not enough. Speaking of building stuff, we should actually also get an anti-nuke for obvious reasons. So let's just go ahead and get an anti-nuke right over here. You know what? Let's go and send over the mother load of aircraft over to Brown's base. Fly over purple, then we'll go to brown. Brown, I know, has our neighbor known as red. So because of that, I already know that we're pretty much all good in terms of... Oh! Okay, brown is dead, never mind. But what I was about to say was, because Brown's neighbor is red, we're pretty much all good in terms of expecting Brown to be relatively weak. Considering that, you know, if you have a neighbor as big as red, then you are going to be relatively weak. Anyway, let's nuke red. Let's also send in my army. We should be all fine and dandy. And build a fuck ton of ants from these factories. I mean, players that don't really have any neighbors around them are generally super strong, because they obviously don't need to build any defenses or anything of that any sort of military buildings, such as factories. Did I say factories? Whoops. Anyway, they don't really need to, they're really strong because they don't need to build any factories, you know what I mean? They don't need to build any sort of defensive structures of any kind at all. But the reason for that is because of the fact that, well, because they don't have any, you know, enemies, they can just build a huge economy. And then afterwards build up their entire military sort of complex in a matter of seconds. It's crazy. Like, I remember versing off against someone who had the control of like half of the planet. He just filled it up with mexes everywhere. And because of that, it made him into like a god. And nobody challenged him. And the same thing applies here. Okay, a bunch of peregrines. Killed off most of my stuff, but I killed off some of his stuff, so all good. Usually if you're versing off against someone who has a really bad eco, it's probably due to the fact that, well, that player was probably versing off against a bunch of people at the start of the game. Either that or, you know, he's bad. I don't like to call players bad. That's a little bit mean. Anyway, let's focus on building this nuclear missile up. Continue sending forward our forces to red, and red right now feeling really good, probably because he has a huge advantage in terms of eco. I was able to finally kill white, so now it's between me and red. Okie dokie, red. Let us play. Oh, and because brown is dead, I could just expand everywhere, which is cool. That's really cool. Okay, to red's base, because I want to see what he has in store for us. Oh, is the nuke already done? Wow, it is already done. By golly gee willikers, Batman. This is amazing. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle, Charlie Brown! Okay, if my army doesn't kill red, my nuke will kill red. You dare send in your crystals after me? How dare you send in the mighty crystals against my powerful force of unstoppable levelers? Well, it doesn't matter. Your base is dead. I will sacrifice my own units to kill you. Okay, there we go. That is a good game indeed. Holy crap. So Brown actually, if he just was left alone without any enemies at all and just had control of this entire portion of the map, oh god, he wouldn't need to build any military units at all or any factories or defensive structures. He could just build up a huge eco, move to the orbital planets like this one or this one, then afterwards make it Haley smashable, and then afterwards destroy the planet that everybody's on, and nobody's gonna do a damn thing about it. It's crazy. Anyway, my name is Masterofroflness, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.